It's a chilly day out there today, and I'm feeling like a hot pork bone soup is in order. So in this video, we're gonna be dropping in on Sunwon Korean restaurant. Come and join me, cause it's time to get food. So we have quite the amazing feast here, and I can't wait to show it all to you. I mean, just look at all these amazing different items that we have. So one of the really cool things about Korean food is you get these great sides that come with your main dish. So this one I've showed you before. This is bulgogi, which is like a stewed beef with rice, but they include a couple of sides here as well. Got some japchae. This one I don't know as much, but it looks like some sort of tofu or soybean product, and it's got some veg in here. Let's start with this japchae, these noodles. Tastes like a bit of a sesame dressing on there. And here's this other side here. Let's give it a try. Not sure what this one is. It's fish cake. They take the fish meat and they mince it up. And then when they cook it, they just slice it up. And then you have this nice, delicious bulgogi. I'm gonna get some rice with this as well. So I've shown bulgogi before in a previous video, so I'm not gonna say too much about it other than to say that Sunwon's version is very nice as well. You get that nice beef flavor, a little bit of sweetness, right amount of seasoning, and it's just so fantastic the way it came with the sides. So the next item I want to show you guys is the jajangmyun. So jajangmyun has its roots in Chinese cuisine, but at Sunwon, their noodle dish is very much Korean. So basically what you have here is this dark black bean sauce. And I'm gonna take this sauce and we're gonna mix it in with the noodles. So I've got the sauce nice and mixed in there. Let's give it a bite. The noodles are nice and chewy, and that black bean sauce has that nice, has a bit of that bean taste, but not very much pungency. It's mostly sweet. I like how they have a little bit of that cucumber in there as well. Just a little more texture to the noodle, a little bit of crunch. Has that change up in there. And you can see just like a little bit of that, you can see like the crushed bean in there that makes that sauce. So it definitely wouldn't be a Korean meal if we didn't get a little bit of kimchee as well. Like I mentioned, they include all these amazing sides. They really just add so much value to your meal. They complement the flavors so well. In some cases, they just whet your appetite. In other cases, they just work really well as palate cleansers. Nice, spicy. It's got that pungent kick to it. And I just love that color. So another thing that I really enjoy about Korean cuisine is how they treat their seafood. And I got two seafood dishes here. Now, I know I don't always pronounce these things super correctly, so I apologize if I don't get these 100% right, but so here we have the haemul pajeong and the haemul sung tofu. So check it out, you got this really nice soft tofu in this spicy soup. I mean, just look at that bright crimson red color. Definitely a great dish on a cold winter day. It's nice and spicy, but it's not overwhelming with the heat. And you get that great seafood taste. I think I'm getting some oyster in there. You can see those little seafood bits in there. Have a look, I found a mussel. Oh look, they even have a whole shrimp. Just get right in there with your fingers. It's got a great seafood taste. And that soft tofu, it's just so warm and comforting. And the other fantastic seafood dish that I have here is the seafood pajeong. So they pack in this Korean pancake, all these green onions, and in this case seafood. You can put a lot of different things in there, and they have a lot of different kinds, but I like the seafood one because it just has that nice umami from the fresh seafood. It comes with this nice little hot sauce, and you can see all those sesame seeds in there. Let's dip this in there. And that hot sauce, a little bit vinegary, definitely some kick. And I like how it's got that nuttiness too from the sesame. You can see this piece right here, that nice full piece of shrimp. If you're there in Korea, you can find this a lot in street stalls, as well as a lot of like quick service places. It's just a great appetizer or a little snack. If you definitely want a savory pancake, then this has got it all with the onion and the seafood. So now we come to another one of my super favorites. And I know I say that a lot. You know, I like this dish, I like that dish, this is my favorite, that's my favorite. But I really can't help myself because that is just how I feel. These dishes are just so fantastic. Cold winter day, I got these two soups. And this one here, the second soup here, is the famous Gamjatang, Korean pork bone soup. You can see that, just that huge piece, pork bone right there. It's just so soft and tender. They steep those pork bones in this broth for countless hours. And I understand that it's actually very healthy. Just all those nutrients from the pork bone go right into that broth. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. They say it's healthy for your bones too if you eat this. And it's got some cabbage in there as well. Let's give the broth a try. Nice and warm. Spicy, but not, again, not overwhelming. Wow, what an amazing Korean feast we had today. I enjoyed that so much. So glad I had an opportunity to drop by Sunwon today and check out their food for the first time. The lady at the counter, she was just so friendly. She even wished me Happy New Year for the Lunar New Year when I arrived. And she just made me feel welcome. And then tasting that food, that's the one thing I'm gonna take away from that. That sense of, that feeling of hospitality and warmth. The flavors, they weren't very strong. It was subtle, but still very delicious, and especially those seafood items. Really enjoyed that pancake, and I think the other one was that pork bone soup. I think those are the two items that I'm gonna remember the most. Of course, the other thing to remember is it's just so much value. Whenever you have that Korean meal and you get all those delicious sides, and just being able to jump from item to item, and all those different flavors hitting your palate. Such a wonderful experience. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time when I get food.